The air in here is thick with the smell of rust and damp concrete. This was once a military communications hub, a nerve center, hidden deep in a Russian forest. Now, it feels more like a tomb. A logbook lies open on a desk, its pages warped by moisture, its entries faded. A final, silent testament to the work once done here. But this raises a simple question. If the work is done, why is the power still on? And if everyone is gone, who is sending the message? From a forgotten speaker, somewhere in the darkness, a sound. A monotonous, lonely buzz. It's a ghost in an empty room, but is it broadcasting a message to no one or to everyone? It is a radio signal that, for some reason, refuses to die. To understand this anomaly, we first have to understand the world it was born into. The Cold War wasn't just fought with armies, it was a war of secrets, fought in the static between radio stations. Welcome to the world of number stations. Imagine being a deep cover agent in a hostile city. Your only connection to home is a shortwave radio. At a specific time, on a specific frequency, you tune in. Through the hiss, a voice emerges. An anonymous announcer reads strings of numbers, gibberish to the world, but a lifeline to an agent with the right key. Instructions from home, unbreakable and untraceable. Stations like a Lincolnshire poacher, believed to be run by Britain's MI6, were staples of this ethereal world. They were professional, secure, and above all, disciplined. So when radio enthusiasts first logged a strange, buzzing signal from Russia in the early 1980s, the conclusion seemed obvious. But was it? The signal, designated UVB-76, was different. It was crude. Listeners could often hear background noises, distant conversations, footsteps, even on one occasion a snippet of Tchaikovsky's Swan Lake. What kind of spy agency would operate with such a stunning lack of security? The signal was also incredibly powerful. Why use a sledgehammer to deliver a whisper? It looked like a number station, but it behaved like something else entirely. So if it wasn't for spies, who was it for? The official silence from Moscow was deafening, and into that void, theories began to grow, each posing a more unsettling answer than the last. Could a simple buzz be the sound of our survival? The most terrifying theory links UVB-76 to Perimeter, a real Soviet-era system known in the West as the Dead Hand. The logic was born from pure Cold War paranoia. What if a first strike wiped out the entire Soviet leadership? Who would give the order to retaliate? The Dead Hand's answer was nobody. The system would do it automatically. A network of sensors would detect the attack, and if communication with command was severed, command rockets would launch, broadcasting retaliatory strike orders to the entire Soviet nuclear arsenal. The theory posits that UVB76 is the heartbeat of that system, the constant buzz, an all-clear signal. If it stops, it's one of the triggers. But could the fate of the world truly hang on such a fragile public signal? If the signal isn't meant for machines of war, perhaps it's meant for our own minds. Is UVB76 a tool of psychological warfare? Security analyst Susan Katz-Kading argues its purpose is ambiguity itself. During periods of high geopolitical tension, activity on the buzzer often spikes. Is it a coincidence? Or is it a deliberate act designed to force Western intelligence agencies to waste resources deciphering strategic gibberish, a way to create a low-level hum of anxiety across the globe, a constant, unsettling reminder of a power you can hear but can't see? Or is the truth something far more mundane? A 2014 paper from a geophysical observatory claimed the signal was simply for measuring the ionosphere. A tidy scientific explanation, but if so, why the military infrastructure and why the cryptic voice messages? Rommel, Synopsis, Neptune, Ibobaza. These are not the words of scientists. So what story are they telling? The stories are powerful, but a good story isn't always the true one. So, what does the hard evidence actually say? Let's start with the dead hand. The theory is compelling, but it has a fatal flaw: reliability. On June 5, 2010, the signal went dead for an entire day. The world did not end. Would a system designed to prevent Armageddon be so prone to failure? Would it be vulnerable to a radio pirate asking to tell a joke, as it was in 2024?
А можно шутку рассказать? Один да, два нет. Да за что?
The evidence suggests no. The ionosphere theory is equally weak. Why would a sensitive scientific instrument be broadcast from a military base with an open mic? So where does the evidence lead us? To the experts and to the signal itself. David Stupples, a signals intelligence expert from City University London, provides the most logical conclusion. He believes the buzz is simply a channel marker. If they don't actually use it, someone will poach it. They are keeping the channel available by broadcasting and saying, "This is ours." It's the radio equivalent of putting a coat on a chair. The voice messages then are likely routine military communications. And the call signs themselves, UZB76, MDZHB, are known designations for Russian military communication hubs. The final piece of the puzzle was found in the dirt. The logbook discovered by explorers at the abandoned Pavarno site confirmed it as a military communications hub, detailing routine operations. The physical evidence seems undeniable. So the case appears to be closed. It's a military channel marker, a mundane tool for a modern army. But if it's that simple, why are we still listening? Why does a sound that likely means nothing to us feel so significant? Perhaps it's because the buzzer fascinates us not for what it is, but for what it represents. It is a living, breathing relic of the Cold War, a tangible reminder that vast, powerful, and secretive structures operate constantly in the background of our lives. We know they're there, but we can never truly see them. Is it possible we listen to the buzzer because we hope that if we just listen hard enough, we can finally hear what's really going on? Is it a search for truth in a sea of official narratives and digital noise? The doomsday switch may be a myth, but the signal is real. The secrets are real. And the feeling that we are only being told part of the story is perhaps the most real thing of all. The file may be explained, but is the mystery truly solved?
If you believe some secrets deserve to be heard, subscribe to Veil Archives and join the investigation in the comments below. We read all of them.